You can start.
Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to each one of you from all around the globe. My name is Sutapa Nandi. I'm from India. And today I got a very beautiful opportunity by IIU, International Internship University, to conduct a session on life skills and personality development. International Internship University, IIU, is a leading virtual education system and global brand confederation, which is the most valuable and trusted worldwide and well-reputed in delivering innovative programs. Globally, it is a trusted name for quality training programs and is committed to providing better and virtual education to all the young learners of the globe. In a short span of time, IIU has spread its wings in 195 countries and 6 continents under the strong leadership of its visionary founder, Mr. Piyush Pandit, a committed and inspiring social activist, a passionate educationist from the last 2 decades, providing education to students from various social and cultural backgrounds. Thank you, IIU, and thank you, Mr. Piyush Pandit, for giving me this opportunity to conduct this session. Moving ahead, I would like to share my screen and start my session for today. Life skills and personality development, they both are quite interconnected, and I would say very much interconnected to each other. It has been said that if you know your personality and you know how to influence others, you can be successful and have a fulfilled life. I would like to ask you 7 questions and understand your personality and how competent you are with your life skills. Are you able to ask for what you want in life? Would you take on a position you have no prior experience? Do you get gripped by fear, uncertainty, and self-doubt? Do you take risk in life easily? Are you able to receive feedback constructively? Do you seek validations externally? And can you say no with ease to anyone? If it's yes to all these questions, fantastic. You are sorted. But if you have even one no, then you need to start the journey of change, the journey of transformation, the journey of building confidence, the journey of growth, the journey of learning the life skills, and the journey of developing your personality. Life changes. We all have love in our life. We have friends in our life. And then all of a sudden, something happens that we lose a piece of ourselves we have never imagined. And it would be just gone with a blink of our eyes. And then without even realizing, these pieces comes back. New love enters, better friends come along, and a stronger, wise you is staring back in the mirror. So start accepting the change and be open to it. That is the first rule of learning. That is the first rule of developing your personality. If you live in a same pattern and expect different results, that's not possible. So come out of the comfort zone you've always been into. Do something which you have never done before. Be uncomfortable in doing, because that's going to give you a change in the result. I would like to share a short story of an eagle, the eagle's flight of rebirth. An eagle lives up to an age of 70 years. After 40 years of the eagle's life, the eagle's feathers, it becomes very heavy, and the eagle is not able to fly the way it used to fly before. At that point of time, it has two choices, either to die or to fly even higher up into the mountains and look for change. At that point of time, the eagle chooses to change. It flies up into the peak of the mountain, starts plucking its feathers, its talons, and all this process takes up to 150 days. Indeed, it's a very difficult and a painful process. After 150 days, the eagle gets new feathers, it gets a new life, and it lives for another 30 years. So from the story of eagle, we can learn that yes, in life also sometimes learning new skills which we have not learned earlier, coming out of our comfort zone, doing something which we have not done before, might be painful, might be difficult, but the result is definitely going to be something which will make us successful, which will make us fulfilled and will help us to live a meaningful life. So are you all ready for the change? Are you all ready to give a rebirth to your life? Are you all ready to learn, relearn, and de-learn? It is very well being said that we are in the 21st century where we need to learn, relearn, and de-learn. Otherwise, our learning will become obsolete at any point of time. Moving ahead, the first point which I believe is very important, and that is believing in yourself. Every belief you have will determine you. And if you change the way you look into things, your belief, your system, your brain gets reconditioned in that way. So it's very important to be open to change. It's very important that we move from a growth, we move from a fixed mindset to a growing mindset. The shift of mindset from a fixed to a growing is important in life so that we can learn new things. Your mindset is what that sets the tone for everything. Changing your mindset is what will change your life. The moment we change our perspective from now on any time anything negative happens, instead of feeling like I'm a victim or why is it happening to me, why don't we think that what is it trying to make me learn? And instead of feeling like, why is it always that I have to be a victim? Let's think that maybe I'm learning something out of it. Whatever struggles I'm doing today are going to be my strengths for tomorrow. People are desperate to change the surroundings, the environment, or others around us. But it is very important and most important first to change ourselves, change our mindset, and start believing in ourselves that want to, whatever we want to achieve in our life, it is very easy to achieve when we have the belief that we can achieve. Next comes the fear. There are different kinds of fear we go through right from childhood, and this fear is always there with us until the last day of our life. But it is very important to come out of these fear in order to achieve and be successful in our life. And instead of saying that being successful, because success is a very subjective word and many people will have different meaning to the word success, I would rather say that it is important to come out of the fear, to be very happy, to be content, and to live a meaningful life. Fear has two meanings: face everything and run, face everything and rise. So it's important for you to understand what is your meaning to fear. You want to face everything and make those things as you're learning, fall, again rise, learn from your mistakes, and then move ahead? Or you want to face everything and then don't want to go ahead in life and look back and stay where you are today? We have fear of failure, we have fear of rejection, fear of judgment, fear of regret, fear of ruin, and fear of responsibility. Is it the lack of resources, lack of opportunities, or lack of support that we have fear within us? Or is it our mental blocks and our lack of experiences that we get fear within us? We are more busy thinking, what will others think? How are they going to accept us? Than what is useful and what is important and what is my priority. The moment we are into the zone of thinking, what will others think, we start getting the different kinds of fear, be it fear of rejection, fear of failure, fear of judgment. How are people going to judge me? There's nothing as failure. You either win or you learn. If things goes as per your plan and you achieve what you want to achieve, fantastic. But if things doesn't go as per what you have planned to, that becomes your learning. And you are able to empower others through that learning. You can teach others that what all mistakes you have done in your experience, you can tell others not to repeat the same mistake. So this is the benefit of failure. Moving ahead, we have fear of responsibility. We fear that we are responsible for our lives. We are fearful of our full power. People are scared of taking the responsibility of their own things, what they are doing in life. of their own actions. Yes, this is our life. Yes, we are responsible for our life, but not for everything happening in our life. There's an equation called E plus R is equal to O, which means events plus responses is equal to outcome. So whatever events are happening in our life, we are not responsible for everything. Not everything is being done by us, but the response, the reaction to those events are definitely in our control. And we are the one who can be held responsible for our reactions. And it is important to understand that more than the event, what is happening, it is your responses and it is your reaction which results to the outcome. So as I said, forget everything and run, face everything and rise. The choice is yours. Rejection is not always being that you are not being accepted by others. It is not always that you're not loved by others or you are always being judged by others. For a person who wants to develop his personality, for a person who wants to have a positive mindset and be confident in life, rejection should be taken as a redirection. As I said already, that fear of judgment and failure. There's no failure, you either win or you learn. So let's not be afraid of making mistakes. Always understand that it's okay to make mistakes because the moment we make mistakes, we learn from our mistakes. What the important thing is, it's not important that we should never make mistake. It's important to understand that whenever we make mistake, we realize our mistake, we are able to rectify our mistake and make sure we don't repeat the same mistake, and we are able to learn from our mistakes. Say no to procrastination. Next is procrastination. I would like you to understand the 3 E's in procrastination. Procrastination is basically delaying your important things because you are afraid of doing what is important to you. And there are various reasons behind being afraid. Yesterday was a day of experience. Today is a day of experiment. And tomorrow will be a day of expectation. So when we delay things, what makes us do so? That is important to understand. By thinking of the outcome first. Every time you take an action, the result happens twice. Once in your mind before even taking action, and the second time when the action is actually being taken forward. And this is what leads to procrastination, because the moment we are thinking about the outcome, if we get a negative thought, if we get a thought that we are not sure about the outcome or we are negative about the outcome, that makes us step behind instead of moving ahead and delay things which are highly important in life. When you want to start something, don't wait until you gather all the resources. You're fully prepared and then you start. No, you start the moment you get a chance, you get a chance to grab the opportunity. Don't be fearful of the consequences. If the choices we make goes as our way, fantastic. If it doesn't, you can learn from your mistakes. So it is always the moment, that particular moment, which is now. There's nothing as later, tomorrow, next week. Because what is important now and the opportunity which you are getting now might not be your opportunity tomorrow. Lack of self-love and self-care. This is one of a very important thing to understand, that we often focus on others. We often think of making others happy. But have you ever thought that if you are not happy, can you make others happy? If you don't take care of yourself, if you are not happy from within, can you share the same happiness around? You probably, we can fake for a moment or so, but we cannot keep on faking the love, the happiness for a long period of time. So it is very important that we love ourselves first. We spend time with ourselves so that we can understand, we can be self-aware of ourselves, what we want in life. This will help us to come out of a self-doubt. Confidence is passion plus practice plus persistence and patience. If you have a passion in life, do make sure that you always move ahead. You step forward, although those steps are very small, towards your passion. Practice. Make sure that you, to achieve that passion, to get that dream come true, you are practicing day and night. And when I say practice, practice means the right practice. Because if you are practicing the wrong practices and expecting the result which you want to achieve, you might not. So it's very important that we understand the right practice makes a man perfect. Then comes patience. Yes, Rome was not built in a day. So even your dreams are big enough. They will not be fulfilled. They will not be true overnight. You need to be dedicated. You need to be committed towards your goals, towards your passion. So be patient and then move forward. And perseverance. Never give up. There will be a lot of hurdles, there will be challenges, there will be struggles, there will be people, your own people, who will be discouraging you, who might be telling you that this is not meant for you. But that doesn't really matter, because that's your passion, that's your dream, it's your journey and it's your life. Every journey, every life has its own story. And those people are going to be the one who will appreciate you once you have achieved what you want to achieve. So live your life the way you want to live your life, make it fulfilled and meaningful. These are very important foundational things that you need to have in order to be successful. You are with yourself for 24/7. So why are we looking for love around? Why can't we expect love from ourselves? That's what I meant by love yourself first, so that you can love others too. Comparison is the thief of joy. Yes, you heard it right. The moment you compare yourself with somebody else, your joy, your happiness is stolen. You are unique, you are special. Each one of us has some quality. Each one of us are unique by their own specialities and skills and talents. So why to compare yourself to others? When we compare ourselves to others, we are making our relationship with others toxic, our relationship with ourselves toxic. I know it's almost natural that every human being does that, but we also know that grass is always green on the other side, but it is actually not. Comparison is judging people's life on the surface based on what you don't even know. The person who is living his or her life, he is aware of the reality, the way you are aware of your reality. Your life, you know the whole reality, whereas you know someone else's surface level reality, which is a kind of illusion. There's always something else happening behind the scene. Every person has his or her own struggles. Everyone is fighting in their own battle. It's not a competition. It's not a rat race. It's your journey. So focus on your life. Focus on how you can grow in life more than what others are doing. Stop comparing yourself to anybody else. What matters is what you were yesterday, what you are today, and what you aim to be tomorrow. So compare yourself to yourself. If you see that you are progressing, if you see that you are growing, and what you were yesterday and what you are today, you can see a progress, even a little bit. That means you're on the right direction, you're on the right path. And be proud of yourself. You are the captain of your soul. So it all depends on how you are tuning and conditioning your mind, because it's all mind games. You are positive, you keep your mind positive, you are always with positive thoughts. Positivity comes closer to you. Learn to use your mind very wisely. Your mind has the power to choose. So whatever you think, it follows you. The only power comes from your own thought. That's the reason it's important to be positive. It's important to be confident. It's important that we are always on a process of learning, because learning, as it's already always been said, that it's a lifelong process. What is life? Life is C between B and D. I would like to explain this by this C between the birth and death can be defined in your own ways. The C of life can be a choice for few people, can be a chance for some, can be change for some of them. So it's up to you how you want to define the C of your life. Are you ready to accept the change? Are you ready to understand what is the right choice for you? And then make your life fulfilled and learn the skills of your life. Resilience, which means bouncing back. We all have struggles in our own way. And it's not important to always have happy days. Some days are going to be happy, some days are going to be not that merry. But what is important in life is that we are strong enough to bounce back. We are strong enough to rise, forget what has happened, and then move ahead in life. Acceptance. Here comes the self-awareness. When you are aware of yourself, you will be able to accept yourself. We are in an illusion that we all know what we are. Most of us are actually not self-aware of themselves. They don't know what are their strengths. They don't know what are their weaknesses. They don't know when we can use our strengths as an opportunity and what all weaknesses can be our threats. So it's very important to understand ourselves so that we can accept ourselves. The way you are, it's you. So nobody else can be you, and let's not try to be someone else. Yes, what we should strive and thrive for is change. What we should always look forward to is to grow and progress in life. Be authentic, be original. Let's not compare ourselves to anybody else and try to copy anyone else. Yes, we can get motivated, we can be inspired, we can be influenced by others, by the positivity around, but let's make our own journey. Forgive yourself. Very important for each one of us. Whenever we make mistake, as I said, it's okay to make mistakes. What is important is that we forgive ourselves and we understand what are the mistakes we have made and then learn from our mistakes. When emotions get full, it is important that you let it flow. We always talk about IQ, but do we all know that how important is EQ in our life? It's very important to understand and be aware of our emotions. It's important to understand that what all these emotions are and why am I getting these emotions? Because none of our emotions are just random. Every emotion we get at any point of time are the messages which the emotions are trying to give us. So they are like messengers. So never ignore any of your emotions. If you are feeling sad, talk to someone. Talk to someone who understands you. If you're feeling happy, share your happiness. If you are nervous or anxious, try to share and learn how to come out of the nervousness. It is very important to understand that the emotional intelligence is not the opposite of intelligence. It is not the triumph of heart over head. It is a unique intersection of both. And there are few dimensions of emotional intelligence, like self-awareness. That's the reason it's important to know that what you are, who you are. It's important to understand what are your strengths and equally understand what you're not good at, because we always mostly focus on what all we want to do in life or what we are good at. Yes, indeed, it is important. However, on the other side, it is also important that we understand what we are not good at so that nobody else can use our flaws against us. Self-regulation. We need to understand that we are disciplined enough, we can regulate our emotions this way. Self-motivation. We look for motivation from different speakers. We look for motivation from people around us, from our family members, from friends. But the biggest motivation comes from within. No matter how externally we are motivated, but if we are not having that positive energy and power within us, we will never be able to control our emotions. Empathy. We are always sympathizing with others, but what is lacking is empathy. Put yourself in somebody else's position, put yourself in somebody else's shoes, and try to look into the situation from their eyes. The moment we do that, we can understand people better, we can connect with people better, and we can develop the connection and the factor of humanity with everyone. And then comes the social skills. That is all from my side regarding the life skills and personality development. Thank you so much. Thank you, IIU, once again. Thank you, Mr. Piyush Pandit and Ermina.